Welcome to Mastery's Punchy podcast, where we interview business owners from all walks of life and talk to them a little bit about their business and what they do, and then answer a question that they might have about what a fractional CFO can do for them or for their business or anything along those lines. So today I've got with me Troy and Tyler Eggie. Troy and Tyler Eggie are with String Bean Comics. I want to ask you some questions about your business, and I'm going to start by letting you just kind of wing it a little bit. Tell us about who you are, what you do, and tell us a little bit about String Bean Comics.
Well, we're String Bean Comics. We've been around for a couple of years now. We kind of started local grassroots, and my son and I started, and eventually evolved. And now there's a few of us. There's Mark Howell, there's Lawrence T, my son Tyler, and we do online Instagram. We do website now. We also do
Comic-Con, C4.
So we're really starting to branch out.
Okay, well, tell the audience about what they might want to know about String Bean Comics, or what you might want them to know.
String Bean Comics, we're just a couple down to earth guys. We all have our day jobs, so this is just kind of a fun thing we do. It's like I said, it's extremely important for us to do the grassroots. We support local people; they support us, and it's a good community. And we just kind of got involved and enjoy what we do, and doing the shows and spreading the good news.
So when I think of comic books, I think of a lot of different things. For sure, it goes back for decades and decades and generations. But so you buy comics and then you sell comics, or walk us through from start to finish what your company can do for people.
Well, the start to the finish, we lots of people have old comics sitting in their closets or their bedrooms, or we buy and sell. We try and reach out there, and we'll purchase comics at a level, and then we'll take them to the show, and we sell them off, and then we just kind of we have a good time with it. It's not too complicated, that side of things, but that's kind of what we're about.
So if somebody has an old comic book collection in their attic or in their basement or something like that, you would buy that from them?
Absolutely, yeah. We would go down and we would take a look at it for them, to say the least. And every comic book collection, is a little bit different. So if we can't do it, or if we can't give them a fair offer, we generally know somebody that we can kind of pass it down the line that may be more keyhole to what they do. But for the most part, that's kind of, we always try and be fair, and we always look out for the customer first.
So somebody's got an old collection. Maybe their dad had an old collection in the attic, and they're not interested in comics. How would they find you? How do they reach out to you?
Well, we would be. We have an Instagram account. Of course, we have direct numbers on our cards, but you can get a hold of us at stringbeancomics.com, and if not, you can always get a hold of me at 204-930-9034, and I can definitely facilitate something your way. And depending what you have, I can always, if I can't sell it, or if it's not up my alley, I can always give you advice on kind of the best means of getting top dollar for yourself. So it's not always about buying and selling. Giving good information is just as good as buying and selling, because if you build a good rapport in the community, generally they refer you, and that's kind of word of mouth is where I do 90% of my business.
Right on. Okay. And what's your area? What's your scope? I mean, I know you're based in Winnipeg, but would you go outside of Winnipeg to look at somebody's collection?
We started in Winnipeg, and just kind of over the last couple of years, we've really started to expand through Manitoba. Right now, it is Manitoba, but I have been contacted with other collections outside. And if we deem worthy or fit that our time is worth going to see them, we will. Not that we're picking and choosing, but it's just kind of time is money some days.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And then so let's say you buy some collection from somebody, and you make them an offer they can't refuse, and you've got your comics. Then what do you do with that? How do you take that from the old collection phase to marketing it and selling it and getting it out to people? What do you do?
Well, that's the part that's kind of people don't really see, the actual amount of physical and time that it takes to bag and board a collection, grade a collection, organize a collection, take these collections to shows. You still got to physically lift them, and it is time consuming, but we will take a collection, and then there are books in the collection called keys, and those are the more valuable ones. So we will set those aside, and generally you sell those individually, and then the rest we are called filler, which will organize, and then they'll go into runs, and they're non-keys, but they're still important books because everybody always needs a filler for their collection.
Okay. And you're promoting these online on your website, on Instagram, at shows, that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Our big outlet right now is we do Comic-Con, which is big for us and for the city. We really get out there to a large group of people, and then we've also relatively started C4, which is Western Canadian Comic-Con, and that's our own brand on the industry. And we just had our first one the end of March. It was really successful. We had tons of kids, tons of parents, tons of grassroots people out to the show, and it was just a huge success for everybody. It was a win-win.
Okay, fantastic. What else is there that you'd like somebody to know about you, your business, what you do, who you serve, how you can help them?
For comics, we're still learning and we're still growing. Learning wise, you never stop learning. The second you stop learning is not a good thing for you. But we are constantly promoting and always just trying to get the word out there. And the more people to know, the better. For us, it's just be fair, be yourself.
I get the impression people are very passionate about comics.
Comics are a very passionate thing. It's almost like a soap opera meets drama meets comedy. Everything could be found in the pages of a comic book.
You guys have fun doing this?
Absolutely. My son and I we just love going out to these shows. We love hanging out with the guys, all the string bean guys, and we love hanging out with all the other vendors. There's tons of cool people. The community is established, and lots of good guys in it. I've met a lot of cool guys and a lot of guys that I definitely like hanging out with now. So it's a win-win.
Tyler, how do you like doing this stuff?
Oh, I like it. I just like seeing people's faces like, what, you have that? I'm like, yep.
Always surprising somebody at a show.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, hey guys, thanks for chatting with us today. So here's my opportunity to give you the chance to ask a question of a fractional CFO. So if you could ask a fractional CFO anything you want, what might that be? I'll see if I can answer it for you.
So just in regards to, you do all our plumbing books and everything, and a lot of that stuff is so valuable to me in the fact that I'd rather turn tools and be on job sites making money rather than trying to micromanage my business, which I really appreciate what you guys bring to the table. How could you maybe help me out a little bit on my new founding business, with the comic book aspect?
Yeah, well, with the comic book business, as your business grows more and more, there's going to be the need to look at it from a financial point of view. I can help you set that up. A fractional CFO can help a company set up their business, not just from the point of view of looking after the books and trying to manage the money, but also in terms of trying to understand what the opportunities are long term for the business. What can we do in terms of making a profit? How much revenue do we want to generate? When should we begin hiring employees? When should we begin looking at offsite storage? What are we going to do with our pricing? Do we have a good systemized way of pricing? What drives our revenue? Are there ways that we should advertise or promote our business that we're not looking at right now? And then from the point of view of operations, it's a couple of you guys right now. I know you've got a partner and you guys have a lot of fun with it, but it's a hobby. At some point, it gets a little bit more, the requirements are a little bit more specialized in terms of how we're going to process when we buy a new collection, where are we going to put it, how are we going to go through the processes that we go through, and how can we make that efficient so that it's effective from a cost point of view, and so that the business is profitable. And how do we drive value for our clients? I mean, right now you're doing a lot of that, and you're talking about ways you can do that. There's other things we can examine that will help your clients, but also help you make and keep money that you are working with throughout all of these processes. So there can be a lot to it, but there's no question that if you like working with comics, that's different from trying to manage all of the money and trying to make sure that the long-term goals are going to be met by virtue of following through good processes. And so we structured that all. We've done a little bit of that for your plumbing business, and certainly that's the kind of thing that can be done for your comic business as well.
Well, absolutely. Like you made a lot of good points there. Like we really value your company, what they bring to the plumbing aspect. Just any brick you can take off my back. I appreciate you guys do such a outstanding professional job. I just can't give you enough kudos that way, just from a small business owner at any rate. So we really appreciate it. And it's really kind of interesting on how we can work together doing the comic book aspect now, because it's so new to us. And we really do appreciate what you guys do. You've always been professional. So this is kind of exciting for us. And it's nice to always come in with a plan. And you guys really, really help that aspect out for us. So we do thank you.
Yeah, hey, no problem at all, Troy. It's a pleasure doing business with you and Adam at A&H Plumbing, and I know Tyler and you were going to take the string bean thing, and as long
to the top, baby, to the top,
with your partner as well. What was his name again?
Mark Cowell.
Okay.
Lawrence T. and Tyler. That's string bean in a nutshell. So anytime you guys go to Comic-Con, look for the string bean table, C4. You can always find us. Look it up on the website. We're always there. Always there to help.
That's www.stringbean.com. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, gentlemen.
So if you ever have to buy a comic book and you got a leaky sink, give me a call.
Or if you want to sell a collection, they're interested.
Or if you definitely want to sell a collection. Or if you know somebody that has a collection, I do pay a finder's fee also. So not necessarily, you don't have to have a comic book to, to help everybody go around here a little bit.
All right. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll talk again. Bye for now.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the time, Ryan.
Cheers.
Take care.